Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kane C3890 here. We are back with some Oakland A's franchise episode number 26 with the A's. We're in a tough situation. We're in the offseason. We just lost in the ALCS Game 7 to the Mariners, and we got some tough decisions to make. Real quick, let's see some players who retired. Buster Posey retired with the Twins. Finished with over 2,000 career hits, 249 career home runs. Probably a Hall of Famer. Not the best stats, but when you put in fact he's a catcher. The MVPs he won, a career WAR of over almost 70. I think he's a Hall of Famer. George Springer, pretty close to a Hall of Famer, 300 career home runs, but I don't think he is a Hall of Famer. Yelich might be. I know my Marlins franchise he would be because based off his WAR alone, actually has a really good wins above replacement. Usually around 60 to 65 in real life is enough to usually get in the Hall of Fame. With this, though, since there's no injuries, everyone's WAR will be a little bit higher because they're not missing any time. No one made the Hall of Fame, though, so that's kind of interesting. Now, we do have some tough decisions to make this offseason, guys. I think this is going to be a big offseason for us. We got some players who are free agents. Spanos, who kind of struggled for us this year, I might let him walk. Luke Weaver, pitched okay. I want to keep him, but for the right dollar amount. Luis Diaz had a career year, 297 average, a 392 on base, 511 slugging, hit 20-plus home runs. His WAR was, look at his wins above replacement, 7.1 for his career, including that year is 12. Clearly his best year. Former number one prospect in baseball. He's now 29 years old. Alex Jackson, Freddie Freeman. I think we're going to let Freeman walk. He had a solid year, but really struggled in the playoffs. Let's take a look and see what some of these players look like that they need, that they will cost. So real quick, we're tendering a qualifying offer to Spanos. $19 million a year. He's 31 years old. I'm going to let him walk. Your ERA was north of 5. Your first year was pretty solid. You've progressively gotten worse every year. I'm good. Spanos, enjoy the money. I'm gonna let you walk. Luis Diaz, $20 million a year for this second baseman who's normally a career WAR of about 2. That is not $20 million a year. We can find better at second base. Diaz, love you to death. Bye. Luke Weaver, I'm gonna tender a qualifying offer for you. At $10 million a year, I think a 2-year, we have to give him a little bit more money. A 2-year, and I don't want him to think he's an ace. Let's do rotation at $24 million. That should get the job done. Jimmy Elliott's a very cheap reliever, so let's just lock him up long term. Well, let's give him a little bit more money so he's happier. Asperati had a solid regular season, did really well in the playoffs, stole 29 bases. We're going to at least give him a contract. I don't want to pay him that much. I want him to be cheap for us. And let's see here. Dabrowski is one of the top prospects in baseball. Really struggled in the playoffs, but it was the playoffs. Alex Jackson as a catcher. What does he want for money? 4.5. He's I'll keep him for $4.5 million for a catcher. Nothing crazy. 256, 11 home runs. But, for a catcher, it's hard to find. Wins above replacement over 3. That's pretty solid. Freeman, like I said, we're going to let walk. And I'm going to do the rest of this, guys, and you'll see in a second what the rest of this looks like. All right, guys, so the only other couple things we did. Now, I forgot we have this Salgado pitcher who's 80 overall, 24 years old, B potential. I want him to give a chance in the Major League team, either as a long man or as a starter. I haven't decided yet. Tavares was that guy we got with 99 power versus left. First baseman, has good durability, not great fielding. Solid, average, basically everything else. I want him to be our first baseman next year. I want him to have he only had 8 at-bats last year as a pinch hitter. I want him to be our everyday first baseman versus right-handed pitchers. I want Warner to be our DH still. And then I want to find a guy who can hit lefties for solid power or solid contact as our DH versus left-handed pitchers. That may be Asperati, but I feel like he's too good of a player to only play versus left-handed pitching. Other than that, just signing some prospects. That's pretty much it. So let's see. I don't think we're offered anyone a contract, like any major league players with a contract. We're going to let them all walk. So we're going to get a lot of compensatory picks. Luke Weaver, that was one. 2 years, $24 million. That was the only one I forgot about him. Other than that, I believe, yep, we're going to get a couple extra draft picks. I could keep Freeman as a bench bat. You know, let's do that. $4 million for a bench bat for Freddie Freeman. I think that's okay. He can, because before we had that guy with 99 power as our bench bat. We'll let Freeman be the bench bat, and he has a secondary position at third base, which is nice. So for $4 million, I'll take it. So Freeman accepted it. That's great. Now let's take a look. There's a closer here who doesn't have a qualifying offer. Pitched okay. A right fielder here. who hit 317, 35 home runs. Jake Bauers played for Tampa Bay. I remember him. Does he have good fielding? Solid fielding. What's he looking for money? Oh, we have reached our maximum size. Now, I guess I'll just go to, we'll have some, let's see. Who are some people who are older with a C or worse potential? I'm going to get rid of you. You're young, but you're not going to be that good. And sure. There we go. I think that should be good. So let's see what Bauers wants for money. That's not bad. He's 31. Let's give him a... right now our right fielder is... what's his name? Villalobos. Our left fielder is Asperada. Now, Bauers can't really play center, but maybe we can move someone else, because I think this might be the year we move on from Trout. His overall is down to a 90. I say down. It's a 95. Nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, $34.8 million is his contract. 2 years left. He's going to retire soon. I think we can still get a very good return on that. We also have Angel Perez, who should play in the majors. He definitely should be playing in the majors this year. So we got to find a spot for him. And there's Asperati. Can either of them play center? They can, but they're not good at it. His fielding's awful. Villalobos has solid fielding. We're going to move Villalobos to a center fielder. I was going to do it now so that I won't forget about it. So let's do that. What's his overall when we move into center field? It went down actually 3. But look at that contact. The dude can hit. So he's our center fielder. One of these guys will be our right fielder. Let's see. 86 arm strength. All right. Perez is going to be our right fielder because he has the better arm. You always want to put the better arm in right field to make that throw from right field to third base and right field to home. So we're going to move him there. He was a 79. He's a 75. So he does drop a little bit. His attributes, and Villalobos' attributes don't drop. It's just different positions play different depending on what. So our outfield could be Asperati, Villalobos, and Perez. So let's add him. So we actually don't need another outfielder. We do need a second baseman. I could use Phil Klein. I was thinking about it. We could use Phil Klein at second base. Third base is fine. Shortstop is fine. First base, we're using Tavares and Warner, who's a DH, and then Tavares. Now, we could, in theory, get a different first baseman. Catcher, we can maybe upgrade and have Jackson be a backup. Starters, we got Crockett, Hutchinson, Weaver, Dabrowski, and Salgado right now. Not awful. I want to add him to the MLB roster before I forget. So let's take a look. Oh, what was our bullpen looking like? Vega, Gordon, Elliott, Feller, not really much, and then 380 pluses. And we got some young guys coming up too, so we're pretty set there. So I will want to trade Trout. Let's see what we could get for Trout right now. His value is actually not as high as it used to be, so his value has gone down. No trades for prospects, mostly because of no prospects have signed their contracts yet. Oh, look at that. The Cardinals will give me Frederick, who was part of the original Trout trade. So we're going to wait a little bit longer at the end of the free agent offseason. Now, so take a look at second base. Now, is Lewis? Yes, he may accept the qualifying offer. I would not be shocked. Alan Hansen, maybe? Let's take a look and sim a little bit. Amaya signs with the Rays. Jake Bauers goes to the Mariners, goes to the defending champs. The Mariners got him 5 years, $12 million a year. He's 31. He had a really good year. I'm not sure how long he'll keep it up. Danny Burrows goes to the Cubs. All right, I don't care about these guys being claimed. Felipe Rosales goes to the Yankees. Spano signs with the Twins, so we get a draft pick. He goes to the Twinkies. Diaz has decided to accept the qualifying offer. Okay. So it is a little bit of expensive. Lucas Sims goes to the Astros, but there's our second base position taken care of, I guess, for 1 year at the $20 million. It's not ideal. Where is he? Didn't they say he accepted, or did he decline it? He must have declined it. Okay. He has no offers yet. I will offer him a 1-year deal. We can't actually. We can't afford it yet, but maybe we can see. Let's make sure our team is all set for the Rule 5 draft. Let's make sure even though he's only a C potential, I mean, he's 78 overall. There's value in that. Same with this guy. We have a lot of players that could play in the bigs for other teams in our system. Our system is very flush with talent. All right, relievers, I'm fine there. Closers, I guess Chavez. I want him to be on the bigs. There we go. Catchers, Vaccaro maybe. Well, I don't have the 40-man just in case. First base, fine. I want you in Double-A at least. Second base, Fuentes. Isn't A potential, but he's 26-66 overall. I'm not sure if he's ever going to develop into anything. Stokes, I mean, he's a guy who can hit well, but terrible durability, average fielding. We don't have anyone there. No one really here. Actually, let's add you. I want Wander to be in the majors next year. Has some good skills. Can play all infield positions. Preston is another guy who I think if Asparati struggles this year, Preston can hit. Has good durability. Can't field, but he can hit. He's only 19. This guy is also 19. Great contact, great speed. He's not ready to take over for Trout yet. I think our team's all set. Maybe, depending on second base, and then maybe a first baseman. We got a lot of prospects, though, a lot of good prospects. So we do have a treasure cove of prospects so we can trade to get talent. Perez has already been called up. He's eligible for the draft, but he's 28. I mean, if he gets signed, he gets signed. All right, we should be good. Blake Rutherford goes to the Blue Jays. Ryan McMahon signs with the Braves. Nearder goes to the Reds, so I'm glad he leaves the American League. Bo Bichette goes to the Rangers. Derek Griffith for Blake Rutherford. I don't want to trade Griffith. Even though he had a down year last year, he's going to have a bounce back year. I guarantee it. I don't want to guarantee it, but I like his chances. Joe Lauer goes to the Braves. 6 years, $100+ million. Corey Ray, I think he was the number one pick or one of the top picks in the draft a few years ago. 4-year, $85 million deal. Luis Torres, a 5-year, $7 million deal. Why did that come up? I don't know. Boog gets a 3-year, $38 million deal. Luis Diaz, 6 years, $108 million. Got a lot of money. He had a really good year last year. I just don't know if he can continue it. That's his only good year of his career. We're at the Rule 5 draft. Just see if there's anything here. It's unlikely. Whoa, was that our guy? No, it's not. I don't know why I thought it was our player. Oh, there's a catcher? Vladimir Moreno. James Nom can't really do anything. He can't really do anything. Let's take the catcher. I'll have him be our backup catcher. Why not? It's an A potential guy. We'll have him be our backup catcher. That was easy enough. I don't know why they didn't protect him. Bautista signs with the Indians. All right, we're going to go a little bit further, then we're going to try to see what's out there for Trout. Now, I'm not going to trade him just to trade him. If we get trash for offers, I'm going to hang on to him. All right. Let's see. We're just doing all right now, and then we'll go from there. Fine. It's taking a while. Okay, here we go. Sean Manaea, no, I'm good. Rockies, not a whole lot there. Chris Bryant, but that would mostly just be for salary. Gil Cruz, former player for us. Right now, there isn't really an offer. This is just... I'm going to have to do a trade on my own. All right, let's take a look. Let's go to the beginning of next year, and I want to see what the top prospects in baseball are. Jorge Camacho. My goodness, that was bad, Kevin. A left fielder, another right fielder. Ooh, a first baseman. There's a starter here who has good stamina. I want to see a guy with great power. That would be awesome to see. I like the center fielder. Oh, he's our center fielder. No wonder why I like him so much. We already have him. You know what? I just don't think it's going to realistically work to trade Trout. There is really no one. His salary is so high that no one will take him. So I think we're going to hang on to Trout, actually. So we're going to hang on to Trout. So we already have our second baseman. I guess what we're going to do is put Warner at DH. What should we do then? Well, hang on. Let's end spring training. I definitely want the young guy. Where is he? Perez to play. They have Trout DH, and then they have Freeman at first. So I guess what we can do is we can move Freeman. We really don't need him because we got Tavares, who's better at what we're looking at. Just power, first base bat. And he's younger, and he's cheaper. We can trade Freeman. Where's Diaz? Why is he... Oh, Diaz didn't sign with us. That was it. Let's do this then. I thought we had Diaz. Let's see if we can find an expensive second baseman. And then maybe we can work a deal around that. Willie Calhoun. Can't really hit that well. Rugnan Odor. Doesn't really do much. His good attributes. Peter Chapman's cheap, so he's probably... I actually need someone who's expensive. Could we get Ian Happ? We might be able to get Ian Happ. Now, that doesn't work right now budget. We need to take on like another $3 million. All right. I think we might be able to do it. So let's take on this $3 million right here. Now we need to add prospects. They don't have any need. That's actually I don't know how close that is because of budget. I really hope we can get this. Oh, I picked the wrong third baseman. I'm an idiot. There we go. I could include like Salazar. No, they don't even like it. Salgado, they don't like it. I don't think we're going to be able to get him. Is there another second baseman? Luis Diaz, Joe Lauer just signed the offseason. Now we need to take on an extra like $14 million. Dude, this is what makes Trout so hard. His contract is so bad. We could take Bregman. Ooh. Griffith can play second base. This might work. This could work. We take Bregman. We can leave him at third. Great fielding third baseman. We can move Griffith, who is a secondary position, to second base. We can move him there. We just need to add some prospects, which we can do. This is where we having those prospects helps. That catcher, we could add him or Danny Sherry. Let's add the catcher. If we just lose him now on this, that's fine. And we got to add one more guy. All right, we could add Valenzuela. I really don't want to. We can add Wada, who I like, I don't love. And actually, we may not have to include the catcher. We'll include Sherry, who's now in AAA. So we get Alex Bregman. Take a look at that. Now, he's not young by any stretch of the imagination, but he's really freaking good. So we are going to move Bregman to third, Griffith to second, DH is going to be Warner, and we got to trade Freeman still. So let's go trade Freeman. Prospects, what do you got for us? Ooh. Bobby Bichette? Is that like another Bichette out there? Hope you get someone. Ooh, that I could work with. He's 19 years old, A potential, 43 overall. He's a huge project. Let him just marinate over time. All right. So we need to add another player to our big league roster. Bullpen is stacked. We have a what position are we forgetting about? Oh, first base. All right, so we do have two first basemen on the roster. A second, we need an outfielder. Where is Mickey Jones? Move to MLB. And I got to call up a couple guys to AAA just to fill out the roster. All right, perfect. Let's finish up the lineup, guys, and we'll be all set. Whitaker, Griffith, Bregman, Villalobos. We'll have Tavares bat there, and then we'll have Warner, and we'll have Perez batting 8th. There we go. Jackson batting 9th. And let's finish this up. Bregman. Put him at third. Griffith's at second. We had to get a little tricky with that. Got to work around some stuff, but we got it to work. Perez, I want him over Klein, obviously. And I want Perez in right. All right, that's good. Now, Tavares is only going to bat versus righties versus lefties. We got to figure that out now. All right, there's that. Let's put Klein at there. Villalobos is the DH versus lefties, and then at first base they put AJ Warner. I think we can do that. I think Warner just batting versus lefties is fine, because then we can then put... It might even just be wise to just have... we're just going to do this. We're just going to have Tavares bat versus all. We don't really have a better option, unfortunately. So we're just going to do that. But we're definitely going to have to move him down in the lineup when it comes to facing lefties. And there we go. Like, he mashes righties okay against lefties, but we don't have another better option, really. So, with no DH, we're not going to have him play. And Bregman, boom, boom. And one last thing, and we're going to be all set for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy this. We had to get a little tricky with how we're doing the team, but it looks like we got it to work. I don't know. What do you guys think of getting Bregman? Guy's a stud. Going to be a Hall of Famer, probably. What's his career WAR looking like? 53.7. He's only 33. A couple years younger than Trout. All right. There's that. And I want Villalobos to be playing there. And boom. And that should be it. There we go. Got the lineup done, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. I'll talk to y'all later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.